All I ask is, Lord, forgive me for what my pen do. Forgive me for my sins and forgive me for what my pen did. Forgive me for all the bars I wrote down that was wild. Forgive me for all the times I made raps and I made records and I said things in them that was disrespectful. You know, forgive me for all the times that I was on IG, when I was on MySpace, when I was on Twitter and I was saying wild stuff about women. Forgive me for all the times that I made mistakes and I said things to my friends and my family that I utterly regret. I have to live with these things every day. That's life. That's life to me. Living with regrets. But you make a new day and you say, you know what? I'm gonna be better. But I don't never forget what the fuck I did. Why the fuck should I? How can I? I can't forget this shit. I can't forget everything that I've been through in my life that was so impactful to me. You know, I always thought like I was the one that was wrong, that I felt that I was wronged. And the way that I felt in my brain and things would occur, I felt fucking crazy. That was before all the anxiety came out and all these diagnoses. Everyone knows now about mental health. That was before that. I was been taking medication. I was been seeing a psychiatrist before it was cool, when it was the era that you could make fun of somebody and call them crazy. Like, yo, you going to see a psychiatrist? You crazy, right? Ain't you? When that was still cool. You can't say that shit now. I didn't know. I didn't know. I thought I was alone. And selfishly, I'm happy that more people have anxiety. I'm happy that more people have ADHD. Selfishly, I'm happy more people are dealing with life problems mentally. Because now I don't feel alone. And I know that other people that are going through the same stuff that I've been going through, they don't feel alone now. Life is aloneness. You were born by yourself. You came into this world by yourself. You don't even know who your parents are when you fucking come out of them. You don't know who your daddy is. He might be there. Your mama, you lived inside this place. You didn't even know you was living in your mom's. You thought you was fucking you didn't even know where you fucking was. We never remember in the womb. I never heard someone say, yo, I remember when I was in the womb, I used to always hear my mom go to this place. I always hear this voice. You don't remember that shit? Were you even fucking alive? You're doing something, you're incubating, but is your soul alive? I feel like I feel like we hit life when life gets into your ass, when you come out. That's why a baby first cries when they first come out, because they're not crying. You don't cry inside your mom. That makes no fucking sense. Why would you cry in there? You're good. You're safe. Nothing's gonna happen to you. That's your fucking real home. And then you die, you probably go right back into another pod, and you don't know where you are. You're probably in another body, and depends on what you did in the last lifetime, who your next parents are gonna be. Whether you're gonna get shitty parents or good parents. It probably depends on what the fuck you did, rather than the parents. Because all the things in my life led up to me meeting my baby moms. Everything I did. Like, if I didn't go on my computer that day, if I didn't was in this place, if I wasn't in New York, if I didn't answer my phone, if I didn't pursue her, if I didn't, you know what I'm saying? If I would meet her and I would have made these children, then my son and my daughter, they wouldn't have their lives. So all this stuff happened because of that, right? It was a chain of fucking events. That's what life is, a chain of events. You do things, it affects this person, that affects that person, and it affects that person, and this happens because of that. Are you really fucking in charge of your life? Are you? Are you in charge of your life? Let me ask you that. The things that you do, is that make other things happen? Or is it happening because it's gonna happen? Is it supposed to happen? Which one is it? You can't answer that. There's no perfect response for that. It's insane. Life comes at you fast. Today I was looking at the 48 Laws of Power. You know, I love that book. One of the greatest books I ever fucking read in my life, because it's real shit. You know, it's true shit. Never outshine the master. You know, number one. How is that not true? You know, you ever try to outshine someone that's better than you? That's over you? And like, how did that work out for you? Huh? You ever try to outshine your parents or tell them you know better? What happened? Probably slapped your ass. You know? What happens at your job when you try to outshine the boss or the manager? What happens? They fucking hate you. In any situation, it would never apply. It would never work. Never. You have to follow the rules of life, or else you're living wrong. There's no right or wrong. There's a wrong way to do things and there's a right way to do things. But we don't know. So we follow God. God is the best route to choose because God is the reason why we know how to do things, right? There's a set rules of how things are, and you either choose to follow them or you don't follow them. But to me, there's always a right and wrong, right? Even in business. Like the way I do business, the way I've always didn't approach my work, the way I've always approached MCing, being a musician, being a rapper, was to go harder than anybody else. That was my goal. To like, if y'all niggas was dropping one mixtape, nigga, I'm dropping two. Y'all niggas is making one song, I'm making 18. I was doing the most. The fucking most. To get to my goals. Which was, I didn't even know. I didn't even know what I wanted. I wanted to be a rapper so badly, right? And I think I wanted to be a famous rapper. Not for the fame, to get my music out there. I always reiterate that. But I wanted to be a more well-known rapper. Well, I thought I did. I just wanted to be a rapper. And I was doing that. I'm still doing that. I can if I want to, but I don't necessarily do that all the time. But that's the way things go. Like, what are you asking for? Are you asking for things that you already have? Are you asking to be successful? Because most of the times when you wake up, you're alive, you're eating, you have water, you have a roof over your head, you have clothes, clean clothes, you have breath in your lungs, you're successful. That's the basis of being on earth, is success. That's it. You don't need to do nothing else. Anything else you have, that's extra shit. You don't fucking need that. If you're sitting down, you ask for shit that's beyond that, that's extra shit. Like when I ask God to give me anything besides food, shelter, water, I'm fucking being greedy. That's how I feel. And you could change it, you could turn this shit off if you want. I don't really give a fuck. Like, if you think I'm talking about God too much, if you think I mention God too much, you can turn this off. No cap. Because it's not like I'm trying to put it on you. Like, I don't give a fuck. I don't think God gives a fuck. See, that's the difference between God and the devil, right? The devil will say, yo, do this for me, do this for me, do this for me, do this for me, do this for me. Commit this sin. Go fuck that bitch raw. Go shoot them niggas. Go sell that D. Break the law. Please me. Do. You know what God says? Just believe in me. You didn't gotta do shit. I could do anything for you. I just want to see if you're gonna fucking do it without me asking you. I'm gonna see if you really fucks with me. Which one are you gonna choose? I don't like to fuck with people that want me to do shit just for the sake of fucking you doing it. What the fuck that got to do with me? You want me to do something because you want me to do it? Why? Why do you want me to do that? I feel like some people they don't even know what the fuck they want. They don't know what the fuck they want whatsoever. And yet, they asking for shit. You can't ask for shit, you don't know what you want. If I bring you to the fucking ice cream store, you should know what flavor you want. Before we get there, you should be like, oh, you should say, okay, I want to see what else they have. Let's look at the toppings. Let's see if they have some different flavors. Maybe they got something else. But you should know what you like. You know what you like. You know what you like if you had ice cream before. Unless you tell me you never had it. You never had it, then fucking fine. Go ahead. Be new to this shit. Be naive. But if you know how it works, why are you all pretending? You know what I hate? I hate how society has changed the way we fucking communicate. What's cool? Everyone's cool. Everyone's so fucking cool. I was cool before it was cool to be cool, motherfucker. Why? Because I never tried to be. I didn't give a fuck. And I was like, yo, y'all niggas gravitating because I don't give a fuck? That's stupid. You should give a fuck. You should know what you like. Like, I don't give a fuck is not to go against the grain, nigga. I just don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? It's been the detriment of me. Trust me. It's not all it's cracked up to be. A nigga that don't give a fuck. Why? Because I lose a lot of shit in life. Because I don't give a fuck. I give away shit that I probably should have kept because I don't give a fuck. You need something, I got it, I'll give it to you. Fuck it. You know? I've lost relationships because I didn't give a fuck. I really liked her. But did I show her? And that was too cool. I don't give a fuck. I ain't doing that. I had good jobs. Yo, I ain't fuck that. I ain't going. I ain't doing that. I ain't listening to them niggas. I ain't following. I ain't give a fuck. That's not the best trait to have. It's and sometimes, yeah. I read the Marc Morrison's book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. Great book. He taught me not to give a fuck about certain things. Certain things you should not give a fuck about, but something you should give a lot of fucks about. And I don't need to tell you which ones they are. And that goes back to me telling you, you know the difference between right and fucking wrong. Who doesn't? Who doesn't? I feel like if you don't, then you should be literally deemed as crazy because you can't decipher. Your brain doesn't let you decipher. Like if I go into places and I try to burn them down. I'm an arsonist. I have a problem with fire. I can't control myself. I'm fucking putting people in danger. That's wrong behavior. But if I can't control it, I don't know how you would prove this shit. But if I can't control it, then yes, then I have a problem. But I don't see how you don't know right from wrong. Like, even if I'm fucking crazy, and I've been deemed crazy, motherfucker. I've been in a mental institution. I've been in them shits. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Motherfucker, I took medications. I still take medication. I don't give a fuck. I'm not ashamed to say this shit. Like you motherfuckers. You motherfuckers hide in the closet. Like my closet be wide the fuck open. Ain't shit in there. It ain't shit in there that niggas don't know about. I don't give a fuck. You can't judge me. I only have one judge. I don't care what you fucking say. Who the fuck is you? You dealing with shit just like me. I've been all around this country. I've been all around this earth. I've been many places. Been in a lot of places. That's not a flex. I just been in a lot of places. That's how my life took me in a lot of places. You know what I never saw? I never seen a fucking glass house once. I never saw that. What's that? Who live in that? Who live in the glass house? Who live in the house that they so perfect they could throw stones and they could tell other people, yo, 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 yo. Nobody. You all dealing with some shit. 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 You're all dealing with some shit. No one's life is good. 100%. It's how much of your life percentage is good and how much of your life percentage you're fucking happy with. That's it. That's the basis for everyone. It's like when motherfuckers be like, always obsessed with the fucking gay people. I'm like, yo, why are you so obsessed? Are you gay? Do you want to be gay? Why don't you just be gay? Everyone's a little gay. Everyone had a fucking gay thought. Everyone had fucking been around a friend and it was cool and you guys were fucking real close and shit. They call if you have a brotherhood, they call you gay. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Just hanging with the same gender doesn't make you gay. It's the sexual nature of it. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people hide behind that. I always felt touch with the gays, with the weirdos, with the crazies, with the unique, the motherfuckers that nobody talks to. Nobody gets. And when I was in school, when I was in high school, in my when lunchtime came, I used to have like 3 lunches a day, nigga. When I was about probably like a junior and senior, I don't know how I graduated because, nigga, I wasn't going to class like that. Nigga, I was motherfucking Mr. Skip, and if I was in class, I would get thrown the fuck out. I got thrown out of English, I got thrown out of math, I got thrown out of social studies, I got thrown out of fucking whatever the last one is. Thrown out. Niggas was throwing me out regardless. I remember my English teacher, that bitch would throw me out every day. You hear me? Every day. When I went to class, it was like, how long was I gonna stay in this class before that bitch threw me out? She'd throw me out. She didn't care. She didn't try to teach me. She didn't try to get me. She didn't try to learn me, teach me nothing. No, she just threw me the fuck out. I was in school suspension for days, bro. Days. I think I was so cool with the lady that worked in the shit. She would show me the book. Like there was like a log of how many times, like if you got in school suspension, they would keep your name, and then it would log like when you went in there. Like it would have like a day chart. It's like, all right, well, my name, and then it would be like, okay, on 11/19 you was in there, 11/20 you was in there, 11/21 you was in there, 11/20, like it would be like the days, and I would see the book and I would look at it, it was like, yo, I was in that shit a lot of days, like a lot of days. This lady told me she kept a tally. I was like number three of the entire school of how many, like it was like the fucking special ed kids. I always see them motherfuckers, and then it was me, but I wasn't in special ed. I never was in special ed, but I always had special ed friends. Go fucking figure, right? Me personally, I feel like my brain was never regular. I ain't no fucking regular brain, motherfucker. I only started to think straight when I got over the age of 30. So which leads me to believe that if you're a man, if you're a male, you probably don't get no, your brain don't work good until you probably 30, motherfucker. That's why you see when men, when they get older, these niggas always seem to be logical. But when we younger, motherfucker, we retarded. Unless you had your pops there all the time, and if you black, you probably didn't have that. It's unlikely that you had that if you was black, my nigga. It's just difficult. It's just, you know what I'm saying? And I look back and I see all these men, all these niggas back in the day. If you look at it, it was like a generation of niggas that left their sons, that left their daughters, that left their kids. It was a generation of niggas. Like, it's because if it's all of us, we the same age, and none of us had our daddies, then it was all these niggas that did that. So it leads me to believe, why did they do that? Why did so many men make the same decision to leave their families with whoever? Why? It wasn't like that before. It didn't start like that. If you look back in time, Egyptians weren't doing that. Romans weren't doing that. Aztecs weren't doing that. How did we get there? And I don't want to talk about, oh, was it purpose? Was the white man? It was this, yo, listen, bro. I don't know about all that. I don't know who did what, and you can't prove that. That's conspiracies. That's why I love conspiracies. Like, oh, what if this was 9/11 real? Cool. Let's investigate. Let's see. Let's check it out. But if you can't prove it, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Don't be one of them niggas that's on you on the computer all day and you looking up Illuminati shit, and then you be on the shit all day and you be like, the Illuminati, and then you're gonna fucking you're gonna ruin your life. You're gonna find out what Epstein Island is. You're gonna find out what the Panama, what's that shit called? The Panama Papers is. You're gonna find out all this shit. You're gonna be like, yo, what the fuck? You're gonna feel depressed. Live your life. Live your life. Be happy because the world is beautiful. The earth, the round world, the earth and the sun and the moon. Them shits are beautiful. Like if you look at where we live, it's fucking incredible. It's fucking so lit. Like you wake up and then you get a fucking light bulb. You get a light bulb that comes in the sky, and then you get it for all day so you could do stuff. And then the light bulb turns off so you can go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty cool. And then there's like a big rock that we could look at too, and it's like really beautiful. Sometimes it's like you see the whole rock. Sometimes you see like a part of it. Like it's pretty dope where we live, bro. Like I don't know what niggas think. Like what you really want out of life is not what you should want. You should just want to just live it. That's all that's fucking good required. Live your fucking life how you want it. Don't do shit that you don't want to do. Don't fucking follow what motherfuckers want to do. 48 laws. Crush your opponent totally. Law 15. I love this law. I love this law. Crush your opponent totally. Why would you give your opponent the energy, the time to come back and beat you? Are you fucking stupid? Blockbuster saw Netflix. If I'm not mistaken, they had the chance to buy it. Let's go fuck Blockbuster. That shit's old. Let's do new because I don't want y'all niggas to see how history repeats itself. Facebook could have bought WhatsApp. The guy used to work there. He was like, yo, I got this app. He made WhatsApp. They didn't want to sell it. They didn't want to buy it. They didn't want to fuck with it. Cheap price. The guy blows up, have that blows up. WhatsApp comes out, great app, worth $1 billion. Then these motherfuckers were forced to buy it because Facebook do. They don't like competition. When it comes to doing business, it's all about the customer and the seller. The customer and the seller. Someone's buying something, someone's selling something. Someone's buying, someone's selling. That's business. Service, product, doesn't matter. If I have something and you want it, cool. What will you give me for it? And when we first started in the world, it was you didn't have to give me money. Or, there was no such thing as money. Money came after, Money was not always around, motherfuckers. Like, that's why, you shouldn't really fiend for it. Because if you look, you know it's not real, right? Like, there's no such thing as money. Like my nigga, like, if I was on an island and it was just me and it was 10 people on an island and we all got our little parts. Say this island is the size of, like, small city, right? And we all got little parts or whatever. And pretty much, like, like where I live near the water, so and I know how to fish, right? So I catch fish, and most of the time when I go outside, I catch fish. I have enough for my family, but a lot of times I catch more fish than I need, right? I was able to build a boat, right? And I got really good at fishing, right? So I have more fish than I really need for my family. So what do I do with this extra fish? Like, it's going to waste. Like, I have too much of this shit. So the guy next to me, his family, they don't have any fish. He creates he forges materials, right? He makes shovels. He makes tools, hammers. He made me all the tools I used to build my boat. So I gave him fish. So he's able to feed his family because he can't spend all day fishing. I could. I spend all day fishing, so I have mad fish. I can give fish to him. I can give fish to her. I have mad fish I can give away. But I'm trading it. I have more than what I need, but I'm getting what I need, and the rest of it I'm trading it. But what I trade it for stuff that I need as well. Once you put money into the equation, now I trade the same thing. I give him fish and he gives me money back. He gives me these things that, what the fuck do I do with the money? Right? If this guy over there don't take the money, I can't trade, maybe say I want bananas, you know? That's how money was invented, because if I had extra fish and you say you don't want it, but I want your bananas, I give you the money and then you could go buy whatever you want. You don't have to go, you don't have to take my fish. Maybe that's something, maybe you fucking, whatever, you don't eat that. So basically, money came out after. It's just a means of exchange. It's pretty much, Joe, I could buy things when you can't buy things, and you can, exchange things with other people you want, right? But money is just an exchange. It's not that serious. Excuse me. It's not that fucking serious. You know, it's just something that we need to get now in society because it's how it works. We just play Monopoly. You got to trade and get what you want, and try to make deals and buy all these things. That's how it goes. You feel me? We always should make sure that we doing things for the right way, not just fucking because we need the money. You know what I'm saying? I stopped doing that years ago. I've been learning this concept. Like, money is cool. I had it. I spent it. You get it. It comes and it goes. That's how it works. So what you should do is do things in your life that don't have anything to do with money. Enjoy experiences in life that can't be bought. Do things that will make you feel good. Do things that'll make others feel good. Do things that raises your vibration. Do things that align your chakra. Do things that give you peace. Fuck the money. you know you got to get it anyway. Just get it. Just get whatever you need. I feel like you just need to get just the like the bare minimum of money. Like if they started changing society where you need less money, or they started giving us money, it would devalue money. I don't know why they don't do that. Because they don't want to do that, devalue the money. But you know what I'm saying, they just give out streams of income to people, and they'll just spend it back. You know, they'll spend it back on living. They'll spend it back on food. You know, basic necessities. If they buy other shit, that's on them. You know what I'm saying? Like if you get in, if the government started giving out $5,000 a month to every citizen, right? In America, $5,000 a month, and that's high, right? They're not gonna do that. And you were talking to your friends in a circle. I bet you one of those conversations from now moving on forward would be how do you spend your 5,000? Well, what do you do with your 5,000? You know, where do you live? You know, people would talk about how their 5,000 stretches in the city that they live in. You know, so they would equate it to living. I don't think most people, like there's gonna be some people that, you know, that blow it, and you know what I'm saying, and I guess not do the right thing with it, right? But for most people, they're gonna spend it in the proper way. They're gonna, you know what I'm saying, use it to live, use it to fucking eat, just basic shit. You would ask, you know, what are you doing with your 5Gs? If you had a friend that wasn't spending their income right, like they was just not, you know what I'm saying, they just don't got nothing going on, but you know that they getting this, you would look at them different. You would be like, yo, well, this person doesn't have an excuse. I feel like these days in society, people need excuses. Some of them need some excuses, because just because you're an able-bodied or able-minded individual, it doesn't mean that it ain't hard as fuck. How is it not? You know, you have to be above average in society. Like we've reached a point that it's like really dog eat dog. Like if you're not a great person, if you're not an exceptional person, you won't be able to prosper. You won't beat out anybody for them job interviews. They're not gonna call you. You're not gonna get the good job. You're not gonna get anything that pays you well, and you won't be able to pay for the rest of your, you know, your life. You know, it just will be too difficult because you don't have the skill set. But that's not necessarily your fault. I feel that I'm a creative person. You know, I guess, you know what I'm saying? I didn't fucking wake up that way. I don't know. I guess, you know, when I found music, I just kept doing it, and it led me to fucking create other shit. But some people are not as creative, right? Some people are more disciplined than I am. You know, some people that can really get a lot of things done in a consistent manner that I just can't do. I don't do consistency, right? I fucking one day I'm fucking I'm making drum kits. Next day I'm fucking doing sync beats. The next day I'm fucking one day I'm doing hip hop. The next day I'm doing fucking Afro beats. You know what I'm saying? I just switch it up. I like to have my life you know, constantly rotating, constantly moving, switching around, doing different stuff. That's what I like. I like to enjoy myself the way that I see fit, the way that fits for me. The things that I like in life, that's what I do. I don't do nothing else that I don't fucking like. Why do people do things that they don't fucking like? I don't get it. What is the point of that? What do you get out of doing things that you don't enjoy? You're doing it for somebody else. You know that. Well, is it for the money? Then okay. But then when does that stop? Like I feel like we all think about money. We all think about money. Like anybody that doesn't think about money, you are blessed. If you go through your day, you go through your life, and you don't really think about money, and not because you have it. If you have it and you don't think about it, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, like, let's say that you're not financially where you want to be, but you don't. It doesn't really. You don't think of. You're like, okay, well, you're content with what you have. That's a blessing. Because we all think about money. I know we do. I know you have to. When you go to the store, you have to go to. How often you go to the store? Every time you go to the store, you have to think about your money, right? You know, when you look at your account, when your bills come up, we all think about it. Like they made us think about money so much that I feel like we think about money more than we think about living. Like I just want to live, and that's really why the reason, yo, in my cup, so much stuff is floating right now. I'm still drinking it. I'm a G like that. God don't give me shit. He don't give me nothing because I'm so grateful with breath in my lungs. He like, nigga, ain't that what you asked for? And to keep me out of the pen, I want two things from God constantly. I never want him to turn this off. And again, if you don't like me talking about God, turn this shit off, bro. Because I feel like in life, they don't want you to talk about God. Like, it don't matter. I'm not talking about, I'm saying Jesus or Allah or Buddha. I'm not talking about any, I'm just saying whoever you believe in. You know what I'm saying? Some sort of higher power, you know? They don't want us to speak about this. Why? Because it would bring us together. We would look at life different. I'm so much more content with life now that I found and I trust God. I've always had a relationship, but I've always ran from him. I fucking ran. I didn't want to do that shit. I thought it was harder to be good than it was to just stay being bad. That's what I thought. That's what I really fucking thought was the easiest thing. I was like, yeah, no way I could be good all the time. How do you be good all the time? I didn't even. That don't make no fucking sense. But it's possible. You know, I'm 60 days sober, bro. 60. Nigga, you don't know what that means for a nigga like me. You don't know what it means for a nigga that always had a pint of Paul Mason in his back pocket. You don't know what it means for a nigga that used to pick up his kids and buy a bottle of Taylor Port. You know what I'm saying? And fucking always have a fucking bottle of something to drink. Just, you know what I'm saying? Alcoholic. Really drinking a lot, drinking so much, you know what I'm saying? And to deal with my problems, to run away from my problems, to get away from stuff, binge drinking so much, drinking like, I used to drink so much, I was like, yo, I can't believe I finished like this. I'll finish bottles, bro, by myself. Again, I'm not flexing nothing. I never flex. When I talk, motherfucker, when I fucking talk, sometimes I don't even like to say what I do. Like, it's so much about me that I don't say. I don't mention it. I don't mention places I've been specifically. I don't mention what I've done. I don't talk about my career. I don't talk about my accolades. I don't like to talk about that shit. I don't like to flex or like to show off because people always think that I don't want someone to feel lesser of themselves just by me conversating with them. You know what I'm saying? If I need to fucking put you down, or if I want to fucking flex on you, I guess, what I'm saying? I'm not into that. For what? Everyone has a different life, you know what I'm saying? I'm blessed to be able to do what I've done. I'm blessed to have 2 children. I'm blessed to have the life that I was given, to see the stuff that I've done. It's incredible. I can't believe it. I can't fucking believe it. It's beautiful. Thank God he gave me this shit. I didn't know when I was young. I was like, yo, bro, it was so stressful. So I tell all my young kings when they have kids, I'm like, yo, try to stay with your baby moms, bro. Try to stay with her. I don't know what you're going through. I know she's probably difficult to deal with. I know that. Ask my pops. Difficult. But what are you gonna do? Run away? We gotta stop that shit. I can't advocate for that. I don't give a fuck, nigga, if she was crazy. If you say she crazy, well, nigga, why did you come in her pussy? Nigga, if your job is trash, why are you still going there? Fuck that. Why did you apply? They lied to you? What the fuck? You didn't read the description? You didn't check out the job? You didn't ask people, like, you didn't do the job. You don't know what you wanted. So when you got it, it wasn't some shit that you wanted. Because you didn't know what you wanted. But don't blame the shit you got. Don't do that. Don't. Bro, I'm gonna just end it off like this. Life is short, life is precious, life is amazing. Live this shit the best way you can. Do what you want. And don't follow no shit you don't want to follow. Follow God, because that's gonna work. I never heard somebody say, yo, I follow God and I fucked up my life. Nigga, that's stupid. Do what you want. If you like this podcast, like, subscribe, leave a comment. You already know it's your guy Marc Papers. You already know. Get you.